Welcome dear students. Our topic is process costings. In previous class we already discussed the process accounts. Now we discuss the additional treatments of process accounts with suitable examples. Here is questions. There are three processes: process A, process B, process C. Here is the element of cost and losses given. Unit introduced 10,000 units at rate of 100, that is direct materials, that is direct labor, direct expenses, normal loss 5% of unit introduced, sale of wastage, that is normal loss, has some wastage, it will be sold as scrap, rupees 2 per units. Actual output 9,300 units. Then total output of process A not transferred to next process. Out of this, 2/3 of process A output will be transferred to next process, and balance one third of 9,300 unit will be sold at rate of 120 per units. Similarly, here is process B accounts. These are the element of cost. Similarly, output of process B 5,400 units, not transferred to next process, but there is half of out of process B transferred to next process, and remaining half are sold. Similarly, in process C, these are the elements. Total final output is 2,100 units. As per question, all the output of process C are sold, not transferred. This is the questions. Here there is normal loss, abnormal loss, or abnormal gain may be. That can be determined after preparing process accounts for various process A, process B, process C. So students, now I erase the questions. Your question is given in the description of this video, or you can note down these questions for your future reference. Okay, now we start process A accounts. After process A, then we prepare process B, then we process C, abnormal loss, abnormal gain, profit loss, etc. Here is process A accounts. As per questions, unit introduced is 2 unit introduced, that is 10,000 units at the rate 100 per units. The cost will be 10 lakhs. Then your material, direct material is there. Direct material is your 10,000 rupees, 10,000. Direct materials are there, 10,000. Direct labors are there. Direct labors are there, 30,000. Direct expenses are there, that is 6,000. These are the element of the cost: direct material, direct labor, direct expense. Unit introduced 10,000 units. As per questions, there is loss of normal loss. We already discussed what is normal loss, what is abnormal loss. Normal loss of 5% in process A by normal loss. 5% of unit introduced, 5% of 10,000 units. That will be 500 units. That is normal loss. As per questions, the normal loss among some wastage, and each wastage has some sale value, scrap value, which will be rupees 2 per unit. Rupees 2 per units. That is sale of scrap. Sale of scrap. At the rate rupees 2 per unit. As per question, that will be 1000 rupees. That is normal loss. There is a question given. There is actual output. Actual output is given. Here is actual output of process A amount to 9300 units. Actual output 9300 units. Actual output 9300 units. Now we first find out whether there is abnormal loss or abnormal gain of units. How it is determined, we already discussed. By comparing the actual output and normal output, we can find out abnormal gain or abnormal loss. Here is actual output is, first we find out normal output. Normal output is unit introduced less normal loss unit. That will be 10,000 units less 500 units. That is 9,500 units. That is normal output. But as per question, actual output is 9,300 units. Then actual is less than normal. Actual is less than normal, so there is a loss. That is abnormal loss. Here abnormal loss of unit will be normal unit less actual unit is equal to normal less unit is 9,000 normal unit. Normal unit less actual unit. Normal unit 9,500 units less actual unit is given in question 9,300 units. So there is a shortage of 200 units. That is abnormal loss unit. Abnormal loss unit will also credited to process account. We already discussed by abnormal loss account. That is 200 units. Here abnormal loss unit 200 units. Here 500 normal loss. Then total aggregate 500 and 200 700. Actual output as per discussion of previous class. Total output of the process A will be transferred to process B. But here question is given 2/3 of output. 2/3 of output of, that is output 9,300 units. 9,300 units of process A output transfer to process B. But here question is given that, question is asked, out of 9,300 units only 2/3 passes to next process. So out of 9,300 units 2/3 will be processed to process B and the remaining 1/3 will be sold. Here process B transfer to process B by process B account. 2/3 of 9,300 units and remaining 1/3 of 9,300 units. Remaining 1/3, 2/3 transfer to process B. Remaining 1/3 as per question will be sold. It means directly transfer to profit loss account in units by profit loss account. 1/3 of 9,300 units. Here 2/3 of 9,300 units, 1/3 of 9,300 units will be balance, will be calculated. If we calculate, the final figure will be 6,200 units, that is 3,100 units, 2/3, 1/3. Now the unit column will be balance, 10,000 units, that is 10,000 units. Now our question is how this will be valued. These three things: abnormal loss unit, output of process A that transfer to process B, and the output of process A that will be sold will be valued. Here is the questions. We come to working notes first in same way. Cost per units, these three things will be valued at a cost per unit, that will be calculated in similar manner. Cost per unit will be normal cost of normal output divided by normal output. This is the formula to know cost per unit of abnormal loss, transfer to process B and transfer to PL accounts. How? Normal cost of normal output, how will be determined? It also discussed in previous video. That will be total cost. Here total value of normal loss, total cost will be total cost is equal to 10,46,000. Normal loss cost is 1,000. So normal loss 1,000. So here normal cost of normal output will be, that will be 10,45,000. That is normal cost of normal output. The use of formula, that will be cost per unit be 10,45,000 divided by normal output is 9,500 units. That will be 1,1. That will be 110 units. 110 per units. In this way, at this rate, the abnormal cost units transfer to B and transfer to PL will be valued. That will be 200 units at the rate 110. That will be 22,000. Then that will be 6,200 units at the rate 110. That will be cost 6,82,000. Then transfer to PL account, that is 3,100 units at the rate 110. That will be cost 3,41,000. 3,41,000. That will be 10,46,000. 10,46,000. In this way, the process A account will be opened. Cost per units, then cost per units will be used to calculate cost of abnormal loss, cost of output transfer to process B, and cost of output of process A, that is cost, that will be transferred to PL account for sale, that is process A account. Similarly, we open process B accounts. output of process A, 2/3, that will be transferred to process B accounts. That is 2 unit introduce. That is 6,200 units at the rate 110. Similarly, there is use of direct materials, direct labors are there, direct expenses are there. As per questions, the cost is 6,82,000, 6,200 unit at the rate 110, that the transfer from process A. Direct material cost is 15,000. Direct labor is 80,000. As per questions, direct expenses are 18,150. 18,150 as per questions. So students, remember here other expenses like management expenses, selling distribution expenses are directly transferred to PL, not to process accounts, because these are indirect cost, right? Then these are the element of cost. As per questions, there is loss of unit in process B, normal loss, that is by normal loss. Normal loss of 15% in process B, that is 15% of 6,200 units. Normal loss unit B 930 units, 15% of 6,200 units. As per questions, the normal loss have some wastage. The wastage has some scrap value that sell at rupees 5 per units, at the rate 5 per units. Here 9,000 units will be cost 4,650 rupees. That is normal loss. Similarly, there may be abnormal loss or abnormal gain. How it will be determined? By comparing normal output and actual output. Here actual output given in question. Actual output given in question for process B was 5,400 units. That is actual output. Here normal output will be unit introduced less normal loss, that is 6,200 units less 930 units, that is equal to 5,2720 units. That is a normal output. Now we compare actual output and normal output. We can find out whether there is gain or loss. Whether there is gain or loss in output. Actual output is 5,400 unit given. Normal output is 5,270 units. There is actual output is more than normal. There is abnormal gain. How? Now it can be find out this way. Abnormal gain will be actual output less normal output. In process C, just reverse. There is a just reverse. So there is abnormal loss. But here actual output is 5,400 units, more than normal. Normally to be produced that amount, that unit of product. But actually 5,400 units. So there is increase in output. that is abnormal region, that is abnormal gain, that is 5,400 units less 5,270 units. There will be 130 units abnormal gain. Here abnormal gain 130 units will be debited to process B accounts. That is to abnormal gain accounts. That is 130 units. Here is abnormal gain. Actual output, normal output, compare, find out abnormal gain. Similarly, abnormal gain and output of process B will be valued as per the formula cost per unit, that is normal cost of normal output divided by normal output. Similarly, here formula we can use to know cost per unit of abnormal gain and output. As per question, here output is 5,400 units, and also question given that one half of output of process B transfer to next process and remaining half transfer to PL account for sale. That is by process C account, that is one half of 5,400 units. Process C, output of process C, transfer. Process B output will be transferred to process C. 5,400 units into one half, that is 2,700 units. Similarly, another half of 5,400 units transferred to PL, that will be sale. That is one half into 5,400 units, that is 2,700 units. In this way, unit column will be closed or balanced. That is 6,330 units. That is 6,330 units. Now we determine cost of output 2,700 units. That transfer to store for sale. That is cost of output of process B, that transfer to next process, that will be cost, that will be valued, and abnormal loss gain will be valued. The formula we can use, similar formula, cost per unit will be normal cost of normal output by normal output. Here normal cost of normal output will be, here total cost, here is the total cost less normal loss, that is normal cost of normal output will be, here we can find out total cost less normal loss cost. Total cost will be 7,95,150. 7,95,150. Here normal cost of normal output will be 7,95,150 less 4,650. That will be 7,90,500. That is normal cost of normal output. Here cost per unit will be 7,90,500 divided by normal output, that is 5,027 units. 5,027 units, that is 6,200 minus 930. That is, this will be considered. That abnormal net should not be considered as normal at the time of calculation of normal output. That will be cost 150 per unit. Rupees 150 per unit. At that rate, cost per unit. Abnormal gain, process B, output that transfer to C and the output that transfer to PL will be valued. Here 2700 units at the rate 150. Here 2700 units at the rate 150. Here 130 units at the rate 150 will be valued. Here 130 units at the rate of 150 will be amount to 19,500. 19,500. That will be cost of abnormal gain. Similarly, process output of process B transfer to process C, 2700 units at the rate 150 will be amount to 4,05,000. 4,05,000. Similarly, this also same amount, 4,05,000. In this way, process total amount column will be tallied. In this way, process B account will be prepared or open, and the output that transfer to process C will be transferred to process C accounts. Then now we prepare process C accounts. So students, now you open process C accounts. Here 2 unit introduced, that is 2700 units at the rate 150. That will be cost 4,05,000. 4,05,000. 2 direct materials. Direct materials will be 5,000. 2 direct expenses, labors are there. Direct labors amount to 65,000. There is direct expenses are there of process C, that is 27,200. These are the cost involved in process C, that is unit introduced. As per question, there is a normal loss. There is normal loss. Normal loss of 20% of unit introduced, that is 540. As per question, normal loss of some wastage and it has a scrap value at the rate of rupees 10 per units. That will be 5,400. That is a normal loss cost. Similarly, as per question, the output, total output of process C was, total final output of process C was 2,100 units output. But normal output is there. Normal output will be 2,700 units less normal loss 540 units. That will be 2,160 units. 2,160 units is normal output. Actual output is 2,100 units. Here actual output, normal output is here normal output is 2,160 units. Actual output is 2,100 units given. Here normal output is more than actual output, so there is abnormal loss by abnormal loss of 60 units. That is abnormal loss. That is 2,160 less 2,100. That is 60 units. That is 60 units. As per question, total output of process C will be sold. Here by PL account, transfer to PL account, that is 2,100 units. Here total unit column will be balanced, 2,700, 2,700. Now in similarly abnormal loss unit and the output of process C that will be sold will be valued at similar rate per unit basis. Here total cost, we find out the total cost. Here total cost is 5,02,200. 5,02,200. Then normal cost of normal output will be 5,02,200 less 5,400. That will be normal cost of normal output. That will be 4,90,800. That is normal cost of normal output. Then cost per unit will be 4,90,800 units divided by normal output. Normal output will be 2,160 units. That will be 230 rupees, 230 per units. Here at the rate 230 per units, the abnormal loss and output that transfer to store for sale will be valued. That will be 60 unit at the rate 230. That will be 2,100 units at the rate 230 will be valued. That will be cost 13,800. That will be cost 4,83,000. In this way process C account will be opened. Here total output of process C transfer to store for sales.